Hi, I'm going to share with you some information to help you access the Elementary EdFlix site and give you some guidance, which will hopefully help you to determine how to use this site with your elementary school aged child. The first thing to do is to access the Henrico EdFlix site. One of the easiest ways to do this is to access it straight from the Henrico County Schools website, henricoschools.us. That's the site that you can see on the screen. When you access this site, you will see that one of the first things that pops up is Henrico EdFlix. You'll want to click, and this will take you to the EdFlix site. We're going to scroll through this site so that you get an idea of what's here. So it has information about the free division level online resources that are being offered right now. It also talks about which digital tools your students should have access to through a computer or tablet or other type of device. Clever is where many of the apps are housed that students use as part of their learning. You can see here that they have provided both written and visual directions for how to log into Clever. If you have an elementary school age student in grades 3 through 5, they are likely familiar with Clever as it's something that they use pretty frequently. If you have a younger elementary age student, they may not be familiar with Clever, and so this may be new to them. If after watching or reading through the directions, you're still not sure how to access Clever, please don't hesitate to reach out to your child's teacher or principal. Now we're going to scroll back up to the top and we're going to get started with EdFlix. When you click the Get Started button, it's going to take you to the different links depending on your student's current grade. So with Who's Watching EdFlix, you're going to look down here and determine which student you want to access information for. So I have a 4th grader at my house, so we'll use 4th grade as an example. So when I click on grades 4 and 5, you're going to see that we are in season 2, episode 1, which is this current 2-week period that we're in. And you'll see that there are 2 things that are highlighted for season 2, episode 1 for this current 2-week period. One of them is a performance task and one of them is a choice board. We're going to talk about the performance task first. The best way to think about a performance task is that this is like a project that your student would complete over the course of 2 weeks within their classroom. So let's click on this performance task for grades 4 and 5. And what you're going to see is that it gives directions for how to complete this task. You will also see that there is a slideshow that gives you a bit more information about this project or performance task. It also gives you the resources through Clever that could be helpful to your student as they're completing this task. And then it's going to give you the directions for completing the task. And most of the performance tasks are going to allow your student some choice as to how to complete this project. So as you look here, this task is about researching a famous person who made contributions to society, which is part of our global citizen. And you can see that there are a variety of ways that your student may be able to complete this project. So this would be done over the course of the 2-week period. We go back to the EdFlix site. Now we'll talk about this choice board piece. So the choice board is more like the classwork that your student might do during the course of the school day. Taking a few seconds to load. So as this comes up, you can see that it's divided into columns. And what your student is going to do is that each week they're going to pick one thing from each column to complete over the course of that week. So in my house with my 4th grader, what we do is on Mondays, she sits down and decides which task from each column she's going to focus on completing for that week. Now, as you click onto the name of the task, it will give you additional information about how to complete that task. It also has an audio button up here that if you click that, it will read the directions for you. So this is a relatively low-tech task because it doesn't involve any computer or any of the logging into any of the clever apps. It's just an opportunity for your student to be a word hunter as they're reading a book. Make a list of new or interesting words or phrases, pick 3 of the words, asking them to use one of the words from the list in writing or in a conversation with their family. After you have looked through directions and are familiar with them, to return to the choice board, you just click Return to the choice board. So you would pick a task in each of these columns. And so over the course of 1 week, you would have completed 5 tasks. So over the course of the 2-week period that we're focusing on, you would have completed 10 of the tasks. So the word hunter task that I just showed you was relatively low tech, but some of the others do require access into Clever. So it may be that your student doesn't have as much access during the week, or you're trying to limit their screen time and you would prefer them to do tasks that don't require as much use of the computer. You can look through them and kind of think about whether you want your student to have to do tasks on the computer, whether you would prefer for them to be things that they can do with just paper and pencil, or if you'd like them to have a mix of both. So every 2 weeks, a new performance task and new choice board tasks will be added to EdFlix, and you can check back and see when the new tasks are loaded up. I hope that this has been helpful to you as elementary parents in understanding how to navigate EdFlix. Thanks so much for your time and attention.